Alright, horror fans. Buckle up for 5 bone-chilling tales from the wilderness that'll make you think twice about your next camping trip. Let's dive in. Number 1. The Pig Mass Terror in Northeast England. Picture this: you're out for a peaceful walk with your dogs when suddenly, everything goes sideways. That's exactly what happened to one unlucky couple in Northeast England. They were strolling near a World War II army fort when they spotted 2 sketchy-looking guys. These dudes were covered in dirt and wearing camo pants, not exactly your typical hikers. Red flag number 1, right? Well, it gets worse. These guys tried to convince our couple to take a shortcut through the woods. Alarm bells should have been ringing, but our hikers decided to give it a shot. Big mistake. As they ventured into the forest, they stumbled upon a horrifying sight: a shattered rubber pig mask covered in what looked suspiciously like blood. Talk about nightmare fuel. But wait, there's more. As they hurried to leave this horror show behind, one of them got caught in fishing hooks strung across the trail. Yep, you heard that right. Someone had set up a trap, and they walked right into it. The couple booked it out of there faster than you can say. Blair Witch Project. But as they drove away, they swear they saw something peeking out at them from the woods. Sleep tight, campers. Number 2. The Vanishing Dollhouse of Shenandoah. Our next tale takes us to Shenandoah, Virginia, where a solo hiker had an encounter that'll make your skin crawl. This guy was trekking through the wilderness when he came across a clearing. And what did he find there? Only the creepiest dollhouse you can imagine. We're talking 3 feet tall, freshly painted, with an old family photo stuck to the back. The kind of photo where everyone looks like they'd rather be anywhere else. Creepy, right? But our hiker brushed it off and kept going. Big mistake number 2 of the day, folks. That night, as he tried to sleep in his tiny tent, he heard voices. A man, talking to himself, getting closer and closer. The guy sounded totally off his rocker, switching between angry muttering and childlike babbling about cheese and crackers. Our hiker lay there, frozen in fear, as this nut job passed by his hidden tent. Talk about a close call. But here's the kicker: when he passed by the clearing the next day, the dollhouse was gone. Vanished without a trace. Was it all in his head? Or did he stumble upon something he wasn't meant to see? We may never know, but I bet that hiker sticks to well-populated campgrounds from now on. Number 3. The Stalker of the Appalachian Trail. Alright, prepare yourselves for this next one, cause it's a doozy. We're heading to the Appalachian Trail for a tale that'll make you want to sleep with one eye open. A young woman decided to tackle the trail solo. Brave move, right? Well, things started off great. She met some cool people, shared stories around campfires, the whole 9 yards. But then she started camping alone. And that's when things got weird. She couldn't shake the feeling that someone was watching her. Her stuff seemed to move around at night. But she brushed it off as paranoia. Big mistake number 3, folks. Always trust your gut. She cut her trip short, feeling silly for being scared of nothing. But when she got home and checked her camera, horror awaited. There were pictures of her sleeping in her tent on nights when she was alone. Let that sink in for a second. Some creep had been stalking her, getting close enough to snap pics while she slept, completely unaware. If that doesn't give you nightmares, I don't know what will. Number 4. The Blood-Covered Man of Carson National Forest. Buckle up, cause this next story is not for the faint of heart. 2 sisters were hiking in New Mexico's Carson National Forest when they stumbled upon a scene straight out of a horror movie. Picture this: a mutilated deer carcass, its organs arranged in a freaky circle. Bad enough, right? But then they spot him. A blood-covered dude, barely dressed, staring at them with eyes wilder than the wilderness around them. The older sister, bless her heart, tried to act normal. Nice kill, she said, like she was chatting about the weather. But this guy? He just stood there, silent as the grave, staring them down. The girls hightailed it out of there, but their ordeal wasn't over. This whackjob followed them down the trail, throwing pebbles and making animal noises. 4 miles. Talk about persistent. They made it out safely, thank goodness. But I bet family hikes were off the table for a while after that little adventure. Number 5. The Phantom Chaser of Malibu. Our final tale takes us to sunny California, where a couple's hike turned into a run for their lives. They were exploring a trail near Malibu when they passed 3 sketchy-looking guys. You know the type: shirtless, dirty, giving off major "hills have eyes" vibes. As they hiked on, they started hearing noises. Leaves rustling, twigs snapping. Something was following them. And it was getting closer. Suddenly, whatever it was started chasing them. They ran like their lives depended on it, which, let's be real, they probably did. The kicker? When they looked back, they saw a bush, taller than a person, moving on its own. Now, I'm no botanist, but I'm pretty sure plants don't usually chase people. They made it out alive, but they never did figure out what was after them. A person? An animal? Or something else? Whatever it was, I bet those hikers stick to well-lit city parks from now on. So there you have it, 5 true tales that prove sometimes the scariest things in nature aren't bears or mountain lions. They're the unknown predators lurking in the shadows. That's all for today, horror lovers. If you enjoyed these terrifying tales, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share with your friends. And hey, if you've got any creepy hiking stories of your own, drop them in the comments.